my name is Nory. Today I'm going to be showing you how to move tokens from this shock over to this one. So what these tokens are is they're little plastic discs that take up volume in your shock so that when you're going over little things, you still have sensitivity, like braking bumps, but then when you're hitting big hits, you won't bottom out. Let's get into it. What we need to do is open up this canister in here, but it's really dangerous to do that when there's air in it. So what we're gonna do is we need to take out all the air, but we wanna measure how much air is in here first so that we can put it back when we're done. So we're just gonna take our pump. I've just screwed it on and we see we have 122 PSI, so we'll make sure to put that back when we're done. But what we're gonna do is we're just gonna let out all of the air. So once you've let out all the air, now you need to open up the canister. So this is a RockShox Deluxe and it's very tight, which is good, except for now we need to take it off. So I'm gonna be using a strap wrench because mine is very tight, but you can also try to do it with your hand, but I'll show you how to use a strap wrench. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna put it in here around this direction, and then there's a little hole in your strap wrench right there, and you're just gonna install this into it. Make sure it's nice and tight. And then you're just gonna turn this around like that. Okay, so now you're gonna pull this all the way down, and then in here you have a O-ring and then a little plate. So you need to slide these all the way down. Make sure that you're holding this down too. Okay, so now you can see your tokens are in here. It's time to get them out. These tokens are a little bit hard to get out. We tried with our fingers and they're a little bit hard to get out, so I'm just gonna use a little pick, but be careful because this is sharp and these are very fragile. One. Okay, so while we've got this open, we're just gonna also take out our GnarDawg. So my dad was working on it. It's almost out. We just need a little bit more push, so. There it is. This green one here is the GnarDawg. You can tell it takes up about 2.5 of these red. So if we stack, this is 2 here now, and this is 2.5. Now we're just gonna move the bike so that you guys can see this one better. So now we're basically gonna do the same process on this one. The different thing about this one is it has this weird box on it. And this weird box is actually a ShockWiz, which gives you information about what you need to do to your shock. So it gives you information like this here, as you can see. And so now we know what needs to be adjusted. So first we need to take out the air, which on the ShockWiz is right there. Okay, so right now we have 77 PSI, so we'll make sure to put that back when we're done. So first we're gonna let out all of this air. Okay, so now we've let out all the air. Just gonna take this off. The ShockWiz is held on by zip ties, so we're just gonna cut those so that we can open up the air canister. Just like last time, we're gonna use the strap wrench. Okay, now we're just gonna open this up. This is also a RockShox Deluxe. Okay, so this one's actually missing the O-ring, but that's okay. So we're just gonna pull down our little silver plate like last time. So we thought this one was kind of weird that it didn't have an O-ring, so we did some poking around and we found it. It's broken, which isn't very uncommon, but So you can't just put this back on. You'd have to take everything apart, which we're not gonna do. So for this one, you're just gonna have a little bit of a harsher bottom out, but that's okay. Now we're just gonna remove these tokens. Be careful not to scratch anything in here. One. Got it! So we've opened this up and there was already 2 tokens in there, but he wants some more. So every single shock is different, but according to the RockShox website, this RockShox Deluxe can hold up to 3 normal tokens or 2 normal tokens plus a GnarDawg. But this would be a lot because he had 2. This would be equal to 4.5, which is too much for starters. So we're gonna go ahead and do 3.5, which would be 1 normal and 1 GnarDawg. So let's put these on. We're gonna put in the GnarDawg first. So we looked in here to see which direction it goes, and it's gonna go in just like this. Just gonna slide it up. Kind of clicks into place up there. So now that we've gotten our green GnarDawg in there, we're just gonna slip in our red one. Okay, now we've gotten everything in, we're just gonna slide this up, spin it. So now we're just gonna put this on nice and tight. Righty tighty. Now all we have left to do is just replace the zip ties and pump it back up. So now we're just gonna move these to the front so that they don't cut his leg. So they're nice and tight on there. Then just cut the zip ties. Just gonna pump this back up to 76.5. As you're pumping up, make sure that your air is evenly compressed. So you can just squish it a few times. Keep pumping. Okay, so we've just pumped that up. Now we're just gonna install this little cap. And let's go ride.